have known it, but
I don't think he wanted to believe it.
I think he had a hard time believing Pence was the leak. But it was real obvious that the leak was coming from there to those of us who were watching it so close.
I would agree.
And I mean, and the leak was not beneficial. It was actually a detriment to the government, everybody running the stuff.
Yeah.
But, hey, it happens. He's learned. We're back. And we're being joined by the great Andrew Dodd. Good to see you, Andrew.
Oh, you guys are funny.
So, you want to jump in on information we got about the shooter, the SWAT team shooting the gun and basically taking him out of service?
Oh, what do you got? I have not actually heard anything. See, I made the mistake of getting done at work and going, man, I need to run to Walgreens. Got to run to Troy. I need to go get some of those good old prescription drugs.
Oh.
That was the stupidest thing I could have ever done.
Did you do stand in line too long?
No, it was the traffic coming back.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
I noticed that.
There was all kinds of dumb stuff on 47 coming back.
Really? Because I had no problem. Well, of course that was earlier, but an hour ago. But
Yeah, but when I'm going to take his defense. When I came through, it took me 20 minutes to get from Terramina's to here. And it shouldn't be 10 minutes.
wow.
No, that was crazy. So, no, what do you got? I was trying not to hit cars, so I didn't see a whole lot of news.
Okay. Well, the SWAT team at the Trump assassination, their sniper actually shot the gun, hit it somewhere about the receiver range, took the gun out of service, and shattered him with shrapnel.
Okay.
He wasn't even moving, and they shot him
Yeah.
because they had to get rid of the evidence.
Okay.
This may be part of the reason they cremated the body so fast also, because they didn't want the second shooter to be known that they shot and killed the guy even though he wasn't even moving.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we found out.
Oh.
Now, the next big thing we
Basically, really nothing that we didn't already know in a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
yeah. Now, the next big thing is that there was a shooting today at a school.
I heard that.
Did you hear about that one?
That one I did hear about.
Yeah. How are they going to approach the weapon of choice here and spin this to make it a weapon of war and mass destruction when it's a pump shotgun?
Well, I'm going to be real honest with you. I've been saying that as soon as somebody decided to use a pump shotgun, your body count would go way up and your injuries would go way up. And so far, I am correct.
Here we got 4 dead,
30
30 hospitalized, and 9 others with gunshot wounds. But we don't know their conditions. Some of the kids got hurt jumping out of windows. Some got trying to run too fast down. Some of the injuries that have them hospitalized were from trying to escape.
Well,
now let's see how fast it takes him to come up with a motive for this kid.
hopefully it's a training again. I mean, that's what we just saw with the whole Nashville thing. Did you see the redacted? They finally released all 600 pages of whatever that was from the school shooting. Whoa.
Yeah, but how much of it was redacted?
This is the unredacted, full clean version. Yeah.
And so what did we find out in it?
Gender dysphoria led to the entire thing. That's it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
That was the guy that transitioned into a female or something.
Yeah, I remember,
Yeah, or was it a female transition to a guy? But it was the dysphoria from all the stuff they did.
That's all it was. Yeah, because they were raising a holy fit, trying not to get that information released. And the Nashville Star actually obtained a copy of it all. This judge kept issuing orders they couldn't release it, and the Nashville Star was like, watch us, and they did it anyway. It was pretty cool. They were like, yeah, no, we're going to release it. Too bad.
Well, Nashville Star has this thing called freedom of the press.
Is that a real thing?
So I guess they exercise their rights.
They did.
What else was there big? Another big one we had, the shooting.
Well, they were trying to play the ongoing investigation angle.
I'd been going on too long to be
The
on.
Nashville Stars, like, ongoing investigation, suspect's dead. Who are you investigating?
Yeah, it's not like they're going to have a trial for him.
No, and then
Or
it went to some super duper lefty judge, and she's the one that was like, "No, you can't release the Nashville Stars." Like, boom, here it is. Enjoy.
Yeah, put us in jail. Let's see this go.
Which is funny because the Star is not a conservative paper at all.
No, it actually isn't. But maybe they're finally waking up.
Well, I think a lot of what happened is the Tennessean went so far left
Yes, it
that it
did.
has brought the Star back into being just a newspaper.
The Tennessean didn't used to be that way, was it?
It changed hands.
Yeah, when they sold the
Because I remember the Tennessean different.
Oh
Because
no,
I used to read it when I was in Nashville.
that was an ultra right
Yeah.
paper, and no, it went left.
Huh. I haven't
Yeah.
read it in so long.
I mean, it was way over 15 years ago that it got bought
well,
out.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
retired from the music industry, 18 years ago or whatever.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bezos is in the news.
Oh, is he in there for what his Alexa's been doing?
Yeah. Supposedly they have that fixed. They said they don't know how those algorithms got screwed up and would do that.
Yeah, same way he did it with the elections. Huh.
Yeah. You had heard about that, CT? You ask it about Trump says, I am not equipped to give any opinions on political candidates, but by God, you say, why should I vote for Kamala Harris? It rambles on for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
Because you're a brain dead moron.
Oh, it went through all kinds of crazy stuff. I was like,
You have a brain sucker from outer space on your head.
and you're not any dumber.
But that can't really look good for Bezos and Amazon after Zuckerberg coming out and saying what he had to say, does it?
I think Bezos knows he's safe no matter what he does.
You either have a brain sucker on your head to vote for her, or you, I don't know, you probably do a liberal show at 7 p.m. on a Thursday evening.
That could be.
That could be.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But I found that interesting that Bezos is having to scramble. That has been fixed.
Oh,
Sure it has.
It's always nice when you do something and you also take credit for fixing it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like Kamala Harris?
Whoa, no. On day one, she'll fix the problems.
That she created on day 357.
That she created on day one.
Yeah.
She'll fix on day one what she created on day one. On the actual day one.
Because day one is just a number, and as we move forward, we're going to put the past behind us.
Yes.
And the future in front
Joy.
of us. Joy.
Joy. That's
Idiot.
the key. That's the key. Joy. Joy is going to pay your bills. Joy is going to put gas in your vehicle. Joy.
Have you Googled her little catchphrase?
Yeah.
The one about putting something behind you and moving forward or whatever?
Yeah, it comes from Chairman Mao.
Yeah.
Well, some of it comes from Mao and other comes from Himmler.
Yeah. Most of
Most
that
of
slogan
it's
comes from
Himmler.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, most of it's right out of the Nazi manifesto.
That's why we call her Comrade Kamala.
I mean, that's kind of scary when you start Googling those catchphrases they're using. And in other news,
Yes.
Kamala has apparently peaked. She got the smallest post-convention bump in the modern era
Yeah.
since they've been, conventions have been televised. She got the smallest bump ever, 0.413%, something like that. Not even a whole percentage point.
And did you see that on this this debate on ABC? Is it ABC? ABC.
Yeah, coming up. It's supposed to be Fox tonight, but
But anyhow, on ABC, that 11 million households will be blacked out from it because DirecTV has not come to terms on a deal with Disney that owns ABC. So ABC right now is blocked. ABC, ESPN, all that stuff is blocked right now. So 11 million households will not be getting the debate.
Hey, DirecTV, do the nation a favor. Unblock ABC for that 1 hour block there.
I would do that. I'm like, all right, here you go.
Unblock it for 1 hour. Let the public see it.
That's your duty as an American, in my point of view. But hey,
Yeah,
whatever.
I think they should.
What do I know?
Being a loyal American, they should do that.
Yeah. Hey, I like your shirt.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, I like it too. It's nice. It's soft. It makes me happy.
It's Gadsden gold.
Happy. It's Gadsden gold. When you have to stick it in someone's face.
Okay.
It's Gadsden gold. I've been trying to make up a Gadsden gold song all day.
Have you?
Like all day long. I don't know what happened.
You know what it is? It's the power of the shirt.
That's got to be what it is.
That's what freedom will do to you.
That's what will happen when you're consumed by the freedom.
Anyways.
Boy, that's a... yeah.
Now, I do have a question. For you.
You were talking about Kamala
Yeah.
and the convention and everything. Did you see the story? I saw it on the Gateway Pundit, but it was a story of how she was bussing in folks from New Hampshire, I think it was, to Connecticut.
Yes.
Is that where her, to her rally so that she'd have people at the rally. She was bussing them in.
Well,
Trump has to run them off because he has so many.
You
did anybody... What else was there? Did you cover the Secret Service report relating to the agents there that day?
Oh, at the assassination attempt?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of them were pulled off child trafficking and moved to that.
No, didn't cover that part.
Oh,
the only thing we covered was that they had gone through a 2-hour
We covered
video
Okay,
Yeah, they did a 2-hour
training.
teleseminar,
Yeah.
how to protect the president, and they were from Homeland Security.
Yeah. There you go. That's all. I just watched...
So what was the
that was it because Holly was going nuts over there.
No, but the other part where you said they were pulled off of what?
They were pulled off of sex trafficking. That's what their actual assignment was investigating sex trafficking.
So sex trafficking wasn't important enough.
Well, no, they needed.
So we needed to move Secret Service over to Jill Biden instead of covering him, so that we could move these investigators off of child trafficking or whatever. That makes no sense.
You know, that explains the 2 DEI hires we saw in there that couldn't even holster their guns.
Yeah.
That explains a lot right there.
Well, there's so much that explains so many things that we've seen in the last.
And they're such great investigators that we've stopped child trafficking.
Oh, yes. Oh, wait. No, we haven't. Never mind. Yeah, I figured you guys would really be fans of all of that.
Oh, we have been. Let's see, what else has been in the last day or two? Alvin Bragg has notified the court that he is not opposed to postponing sentencing until after the election. Now, if Mershon goes off the reservation and sentences Trump, even if he would order him to jail right now, Secret Service is going to say, no, that's not happening.
You mean the same Secret Service that just allowed an assassination to happen?
Yeah, but they're not going to allow him to go to jail because there is protocols against that.
I'm pretty sure there's protocols about protecting a presidential candidate. And they violated every one of them.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Lee, every now and then,
protocols.
I think you're going down the path,
No.
and then you have like a little faith in the system, and I'm like,
Well,
no.
the whole thing
There's
is,
protocols if you're a Democrat, but not if you're a Republican like Trump.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think the Democrats hoping Mershon doesn't go over the edge in sentencing, because that'll just drive Trump's numbers up that much more. Because every time they've done something like that, it has. And they're scrambling now because based on the previous 2 elections, at this point, after the Labor Day, Trump is 5 points ahead of where he was against Biden.
Yeah.
And Kamala is losing by 6 points.
And also they did that whole deal, and that was 7 of the 10 battleground states that he's up in. And he was only down by 0.4 in another one. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
but if they said that if it was counted now, he would have enough electoral to take it.
so America will be watching for this debate. So let's hope DirecTV sees the light and turns on the airwaves.
Well, I think
more people watch it on non-normal sources of where it's viewed than anything.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
exactly what I was going to say.
Like, I didn't watch a minute of it, of the Biden one.
Yeah.
Not a single minute of it on the network.
Yeah.
None of it.
Fox may even simulcast it. Who knows?
I watched the entire thing on a TikTok stream. The entire thing. Because the comments were way better. And I'm partially there for the comments. Gentlemen, I realize I left something in my car that can't stay in my car. If you excuse me just 1 minute.
Oh, that's okay. We'll kill some time for you.
Oh, I know you will.
Let's see. What else is in the news that I've missed, CT?
Probably a lot.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there's an election coming.
Yeah.
Did you miss that?
We have an election coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In November. I didn't know if you'd missed that or not.
It's going to be interesting how that's going to turn out. I mean, there's some local races, statewide, you know.
I did see the lovely picture of the Walls family and their Walls for Trump shirts.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. The brother, the whole family has snubbed Tim Walls, and I think his name is Jeff Walls or something. But yeah. So his family, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them pictured all wearing Walls's for Trump shirts. Like his own family doesn't even like him.
Well, I can kind of see why.
I can't say anything because my own family doesn't like me either. So it's not really saying a lot.
You know, it does happen, but in the case of Tim, he's a politician. I could see why.
Breaking.
Oh, got breaking news.
The shooter will be tried as an adult.
Yeah. Well, that's good news. Well, they're in the right state for it, too, because they can try 12-year-olds there in a murder case, capital murder.
I got no problem with sending a 14-year-old to the chair.
I think there is a limit. The max he can get is life. I don't think he can get death there, but he can get life.
Well, that's lame.
That's lame.
What a burden on the taxpayers.
Well,
indeed.
Toast your bath, bro.
You know, though, it is cheaper to feed and house one for the rest of his life than it is to fight all the appeals.
It is. But hey, with that, we're going to send our friends over at KYRO off to a little break. And while they go to break, we're going to continue. So hang in there.
Well,
okay.
We're still here.
We're still here.
For those of you who are still here with us.
Yeah. Because you chose to watch the video portion.
Yeah, you did.
Yeet.
That's so much better.
You know.
We were talking about when you went out do you see the picture of the Walls family with their Walls for Trump shirts?
Absolutely friggin' fantastic.
Was that not great? Isn't it awesome how your own family won't even back you?
Well, that's what happens when you're a douchebag.
Because they know you're such a POS.
Yep. That's what happens.
You know, and speaking of POSs, did you watch, actually I should say CT, the CNN interview?
Oh, my God.
Did you count the edits? I mean, the edits
No.
you can count them. They're so blatant. You can see the cuts and splices.
It's bad.
Yeah, how do you do an interview like that and allow it to be edited? I mean, that's just...
You either do an interview or you do a production. They are not the same.
It needs to be live. If you're doing an interview like that. And also, why was Walls with her? Why did he need to be with her?
She needed a support puppy.
Well, I thought she was a strong, independent black woman.
That's what I thought. That's what I was told.
That's,
Every day.
That's what
she did 16 minutes and 49 seconds. He did the rest.
And they are both dumber than a bag of broken hammers.
Well, we knew that.
Like, holy crap.
You could just look at their records and know that. You can listen to her talk and know that.
Isn't that most of just the liberals?
You can watch him prance out on stage and know that.
No, these two bring it to a whole new level. Like, you may look at their records and think, man, these two are really dumb. But when you hear them speak, it beyond seals the deal. Like, it is the icing on top, the glorious cake. You're like, wow. Seriously. Can't believe that's what you came up with.
I think the next set of poll numbers I'm going to wait for is the ones 1 week after the debate, because the debate's live.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think the poll numbers mean a absolute damn thing whatsoever, because they're inflating numbers of everything else anyway.
Well,
so it doesn't.
Yeah, especially since they
Because
poll who they want to.
Here's the idea.
It's their samples they're taking. It's causing the numbers they're getting.
No, here's the problem, though. The idea of inflated polls is pretty simple. You inflate the polls, you inflate the polls, you inflate the polls. Then, when Camilla wins, you can push out that, well, it was really close in those polls. And, over the last 4 months, we've seen how close it is. See, you should believe that that's how this just happened. And that is the purpose of the polls. It is for nothing else other than to essentially build the backstory of how you're going to steal an election. That's it.
Well, if you actually look at the internals in the polls, the internal numbers, the samplings and everything, it tells you a lot. But the problem is I don't trust any of the polls anymore because people don't have landlines. They're not calling people at home.
No.
And I get spam calls all the time for doing surveys. I don't answer them.
No.
Most people don't answer if it says spam risk. The only ones I do occasionally answer if I get a Democratic poll sent to me on my text message, I'll answer it and I'll make them think I'm the greatest Democrat they ever saw.
It's a wonderful luncheon going on tomorrow. Sam Graves will be there. Josh Hawley will be there. Yeah, right over here.
Yeah, except for they won't.
You don't think they will?
No, the representatives are already slated to be there.
Oh,
None
just
of
the
the
reps.
actual people will be there.
Just the representatives?
Exactly.
Well, why waste your time?
Well, exactly, because Graves is going to win until he's in the grave. He's just going to keep winning and winning and winning forever because nobody will run against him.
Yeah.
Hashtag Super Rhino.
That is a tough district to campaign in now. It's so much surface area.
No doubt about it.
That's what kills you. You got to start to take Sam on. You got to start 4 years in advance, and you got to build a ground game. And you know who would be good for that position? Who is our motorcycle loving buddy that ran a couple years ago for a shot?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to think. He's actually somebody's campaign chair this year. But he was a friend of yours. Brandon
Wilkinson.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's kind of got a ground game built and everything. He's
Yeah.
got it in the right places. He would be a good person, and he's young.
Yeah.
He's ultra conservative. He would be the guy to run out there.
Yeah, if anybody could pull it off, he could be him. Man, I forgot. Remember when we had him on the show when he was running and all that back when we were still in the old studios?
Yep.
Yeah. Huh. He was one of our only guests we've ever had. But he was cool.
He sold his Harley to finance his campaign.
Yes, he did.
I mean, that was a man with convictions.
So, do you guys happen to see the Biden regime now accuses Russia of 2024 election interference using a Kremlin-run media, while U.S. fake news and media pushes misinformation. Now, I gotta go down just a little further, because there was an article this morning. There it is. Here we go again. Biden regime launches whole of government action to purge Russian propaganda and disinformation ahead of the 2024 election.
Well, Russia's the bad guy.
I forgot. Who created the Russia documents?
The Democrats.
And who knew they were fake the whole time?
We did.
Huh. So who actually... Did Russia have anything to do with it?
Nope.
Huh, that's weird.
Don't you remember? Vladimir came out and said, I couldn't mess with the election as good as the Democrats were doing.
I do.
That was his words, not mine.
So now you've got this whole weird whole of government misinformation, which basically is the Biden administration is going after any non-credible news source according to the Biden administration. ABC, CBS, everybody has jumped on saying, yep, we're behind it. We can't have that disinformation out there. Does that seem like a problem to anybody except me?
Nope, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I'm with you.
Now, there were a couple of other really weird things today that kind of got pushed out of the headlines. Obviously, because there was other stuff in the headlines.
Well, I thought the shooting was to push something out of the headlines. What was it supposed to push out, or have we figured that out yet?
I don't think we figured it out yet.
I don't know. Sometimes a shooting is a shooting, so
yeah.
I don't know if you could.
This one may be just a shooting because it was not the standard weapon of choice for the media.
Yeah, but a 14-year-old
and a pump shotgun.
Doesn't really.
That doesn't fit too many narratives that they can run with.
But just hold tight and wait till the rest of the news comes
out. They'll find some way to twist that into a narrative.
Or we'll find out that it really is a twisted narrative. Not that anybody cares, but did anybody see that apparently there's breaking news out of the Kansas City Chiefs? Not if anybody actually cares. Oh, yeah. But apparently the whole Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs thing appears to have been a completely staged event because a copy of a contract between the Chiefs and Taylor Swift came out.
Yeah, I saw
Whoops.
That. Yeah, saying that it was staged and that there's even, I think it's September 28th is the date that they're supposed to break up.
Well, here's what I have to say about this.
I don't care.
No, but I'm going to point out something that everybody should know. You know how friendly and happy the two of them always look together?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's fake. That's how you know it's paid, because the most fun you'll ever have on a date is the one you pay for. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, just saying. No, there was a... Okay, so... You've seen all the stuff with the Venezuelan street gangs taking over apartment buildings, right?
Yeah. In Colorado?
Aurora, Colorado, and then apparently last night in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's been an interesting case that's now come up out of this. And I love this case. So, Colorado cops can't really arrest anybody for being there illegally, right? So, a couple of cops arrest this Venezuelan dude because he's carrying a weapon, a gun. And they argue, his attorney argues, that there's nothing illegal about that because it's protected under the Second Amendment. Well, you'll never believe what a court finally ruled. That would be correct if he was an American citizen.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
So not only
Wait a minute. Was this a Colorado court?
This was a federal court.
Oh, federal court. Okay.
Whatever that district is out there, that's actually made some pretty fantastic rulings lately.
Huh.
Is that 9th out there? Or
No.
No.
That's crazy. But I got a question. If that problem existed, and I'm not saying he doesn't, don't get me wrong, can't the governor just call in the National Guard to take them back?
We could, except for the part where the governor is an ultra lefty that denies it's even happening.
No, it's the mayor that denies it. The governor said it is.
No, you got it backwards.
Was it the mayor that
Yeah,
said it
the
is?
mayor's saying, oh, no, this is a real thing, and the governor's like, none of this is real.
Well, they also said the Mongols and the Hells Angels were on their way, and they're not doing anything.
No.
But I will say this much. It was really interesting to watch the population get excited that they were going, or when they thought they were going.
Yeah, that was funny.
So here's an idea. Hey, Hells Angels and Mongols, why don't you actually do it?
Well, I'm going to agree with the side of this. What does it benefit you to do it?
Well, I get it.
Nothing, because the same group that you're going to do their job hates you.
That's true.
So screw them.
That's true. That's true.
But back to the case, this is what was relevant about the case. The federal judge ruled that according to U.S. law, they do not have a right to be armed because they are not protected by any of the amendments of the U.S. Constitution.
How many times have we said this?
Well, we've been saying it for years, but no federal judge will ever touch it because there's a interpretation out of another district court that any person in the United States, is how they even word it, is protected by the Bill of Rights. This now is going directly to the Supreme Court.
Yeah. I go with Roman rule myself.
That's where it should have been a long time ago.
And they are going, there's no question they're going to rule that they are not protected under any of the Bill of Rights, which means no more of this illegal immigrant lawyers that are saying, no, they have to hear a case because you now have no right to trial. Why did you stop my client? Doesn't matter because they have no right to be here.
Right. Doesn't matter.
Well, you can't use this as evidence because you didn't get a warrant. Don't need one.
Doesn't matter.
He's not a citizen. We don't need one.
That's right.
You know,
there's no such thing.
The only thing you have to prove now is if they're not a citizen.
That's it.
That's it. And that's pretty easy to prove. Boom.
Right.
Done.
You're not protected by any. And like I said, I'm all for Roman rule.
Yeah.
You're my citizen. I got you.
You're
not my citizen.
Get out.
You're done.
So basically, in the ultra rare event that Trump pulls off some variety of win and the entire thing isn't rigged, this will open the door solidly for his mass deportations.
Well, sure, he could use that as precedence.
Yep. And go, no, they've ruled you're not protected under this, so you have no right to a trial. No, nothing.
But here's the thing, we should have never had to set precedents with it because it should have just been done as it was.
Well, the problem is the precedent was already set, which the precedent that was previously set was, congrats, they're all protected under the Bill of Rights.
Well, yeah, but that should have never happened.
No, that's what I'm saying. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution was the precedents. That's the original precedents. You didn't need all this others. But you did.
All they have to do is read the Constitution. We the people of the United States, not we the foreigners who broke into the United States.
Or we the people in the United States.
Right, but the reverse.
We the people of these, it says we the people of.
Yeah.
Yes, and the interpretation
is citizens.
But the interpretation it was read in the 1990s was that implied all people within inside the borders.
Right.
But that isn't the way it's worded or read.
No. It was never meant to be that way either.
That was a real lefty that came off with that one.
Yeah, it was your girl Ginsburg.
Yeah. Ruth Bader.
Yeah. Now, that one was a pretty interesting case, and I don't think anybody realizes the significance of that one. whatsoever, but that's a pretty big deal. Like, you want to talk about what your breaking news really should be? That.
Yeah. And that gets expressed to the Supreme Court. That's not even one of those that gets picked.
No,
that one just goes.
No, that one goes, and they don't get to decline it or anything else. That one made me pretty happy for the week. I was like, whoa, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because that is the reason that the Patriot Act was passed. So we have to backstamp this and go all the way back to the Patriot Act, because that's how you were able to have FISA courts, so you could get warrants on non-U.S. citizens.
Except it was used on our own citizens.
Exactly. So you should have never even had to go through the FISA warrants, because there's no need to get a warrant to tap a non-U.S. citizen's phone. Congratulations.
You know, and who has been the biggest proponent to get rid of it? The Patriot Act. All these years. Rand Paul.
Well, yeah.
He's been out there preaching this thing is he preached against it when it came in. Ron Paul was against it when it came in and said this will be used against the citizens.
Yeah.
That will be part of disassembling the swamp.
Big time. That's a pretty huge one.
Yeah. That actually is.
Something else that just came out too was that Liz Cheney was doing a college speech.
Oh no!
And she, in the Little Miss GOP, your
sat on the January 6th commission as a quote Republican.
Yep, voted Republican. She has put her support behind Kamala.
Oh yeah, she is a never Trumper.
She's part of that GOP that just hates him. Why? Because she's part of the swamp.
Yeah.
So's Dick.
Her whole family is swamp.
Very much so.
So,
the rules were released for the debate. 90 minutes, 2 commercial breaks. 2 seated moderators, which will be David Muir and Lindsay Davis. A coin flip, blah, 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 whatever. Candidates will be introduced by the moderators. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about that. No opening statements. Closing statements will be 2 minutes. Candidates are to stay behind their podiums. Props or pre-written notes are not allowed on stage.
Excellent.
No topics or questions will be shared in advance. Sorry, Kamala.
Do you really believe that?
No, she's going to get them anyways. Candidates will be given a pen, a pad of paper, and a bottle of water. They'll have 2 minutes to answer questions, 2 minutes for rebuttals, 1 extra minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses. Microphones will be live only for the candidate whose turn it is to speak, and muted when the time belongs to the other candidate. They'll be permitted to ask questions of each other. Oh, no, they will not be permitted to ask questions of each other. Campaign staff may not interact with candidates during commercial breaks. Moderators will seek to enforce timing agreements and ensure a civilized discussion. Sure they will. There will be audience in the room.
Fantastic.
Not really. They could stack the room.
I don't care if they stack the room. If Kamala screws up...
It's ABC.
If Kamala screws up, even if it's a stacked room, you're going to hear the gasp. Because they're going to go... Ugh! But, you would think they would each be able to bring in so many people for the audience. So it should be equal, so it should be a split audience.
True.
applaud ABC for sticking to their guns, since these were the original ones and Kamala wanted to change the rules at the last minute. And while we're talking about the debate, what about Trump's sparring partner he's using? Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, did you see her disassemble Kamala when she got up against her in debate?
That was pretty funny.
So, I mean, I think Trump's going to be calm, cool, collected.
He'll be Trump.
But Trump still has to be
calm,
Trump.
cool, and collective is not in his realm, but he will be Trump.
But and that's the biggest thing. The handlers want to handle Trump. You just got to let Trump be Trump.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Trump will be Trump.
The only thing I would like to see Trump do is not get up there and just keep rambling on about his. Just get out there and talk about. Don't ramble. Yeah. Talk about the topics. Talk about what people care about.
Something that came up too in the news feed, and I wanted to do this to prep everybody, and because be sure and join us Saturday morning at 9 a.m. for Morning Java, myself and Dodd, and our good friend up north in the land of Canada, Philip Mallon, because apparently Justin Trudeau's, the NDP party has withdrawn their support from him.
Oh.
And he's... So now his government is in absolute minority right now, and he's struggling to find supporters. And remember, they're going to have that special that special election pretty soon to relieve him out of that office. So it's going to be interesting to find out what Phil has to say about this. So Morning Java, Saturday morning, right here on the Travelings Production Network, 9 o'clock a.m. with myself and Andrew Dodd. So I can't wait to fill that one out.
That should be loads of fun.
Got any housekeeping that you need to take care of? Commercials or anything?
You mean what you're saying is, hey, Dodd, do some commercials because we didn't do any? Yeah, I got you. Don't you worry.
I was just thinking we hadn't covered any.
Very good. I would love to do some commercials. It's one of my favorite things. If you are out and about and you want to get some Velcro flooring, boy, I'll tell you what, this is the all-new thing. One side goes on your socks, the other side goes on the floor. Man, it's fantastic. You won't have to worry about falling and not being able to get up, because if you fall, there's no way you're getting up. Go check out our friends over at Elliott Flooring, man. They have got the coolest carpet and floor coverings around. Check out their Facebook page at Elliott Flooring and see what kind of great new stuff they have. I personally love, with a passion, the ceramic hardwood, because you can put it in bathrooms and in entryways of places where you just couldn't put regular hardwood flooring.
You know, some of that ceramic hardwood is so realistic that I have to look twice some days.
It's really, really cool stuff. So check that out. Elliott Flooring, 406 South Lincoln Drive in Troy, 528-6334. And see what they can do for you, because that's awesome. If you have anything, businesses, houses, cars, boats, yourself, whatever, and you want to get some insurance done, you need to get with our friends Safe Harbor Insurance. Get with Dave and Holly. They are brokers, which means they have so many options, over 20 options of different types of insurance companies, and they can help get you into that. Give them a call at 578-7426. Let Dave and Holly get your insurance taken care of. I would also appreciate if you come by and see me at Black Flag Outfitters, 203 Main Street in Winfield. We got guns, ammo, and all kinds of stuff. You got Harris and Biden talking about issuing out a gun control ban by executive order, so you might want to stock up and get yourself some stuff before the prices continue to rise. Find us on Facebook at Black Flag Outfitters and come see us, because that'll be fun.
Hey, speaking of Black Flag,
yeah, man.
What is the most precious metal right now? Is it gold or is it lead and brass?
Could be. I would say you got a good chance.
Iron in your blood.
Ooh, iron in your blood. That's the most valuable, because that leads to having some grit, and we're seriously lacking that in America.
I like that answer.
I like that. Yeah. That's pretty good stuff.
I thought you might.
Yeah. So be sure to check me out. Come by. Come see me. Fishing's still going good. So come by and get yourself some bait. Have some fun.
All right, then.
Yeah, good. Well, we got
And
the house
also one last one, Blue Line Lawn Care. We don't want to forget them over there. 636-262-9486. Blue Line Lawn Care and Landscaping. Give them a call. Let them come over and give you a free quote. They're not just going to take care of your lawn, but they'll build your retaining wall and your flower beds and all that stuff. So, give them a call. Blue Line Lawn Care and Landscaping. Follow them on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. And, of course, remember to check out Smoke Butts BBQ. SmokeButtsBBQ.com. Place some orders. Get yourself some of the greatest sauces and rubs that money can possibly buy. Always gluten-free, no MSG, no high fructose corn syrup, and the best damn flavors on the planet.
Yeah.
You got to give them a try. SmokeButtsBBQ.com.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself some really good grilling, barbecuing, or whatever it is you like. Their stuff is great on vegetables and everything else you can think of.
You know, I want to really thank CT
Yeah.
for taking, wherever he travels, he takes Smoking Butts seasonings.
I
with him.
do.
He does.
I mean, he walks into a 5-star restaurant and he's carrying my stuff in with him. I really got to thank him for it. And guys, I actually have come up with a really good use for, and you're going to love this when I tell you, for Texas. That's the one we always have a little trouble coming.
Yeah.
It is great on grilled fruit.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can say, pineapple.
I've never tried it on grilled fruit.
That's a good idea.
I got to playing around with that this week.
Yeah?
And that's how I came up with that. And I tell you what, it's not bad on a Valdelia onion.
Okay.
But just think anything a little bit sweet and putting that on it.
Well,
Man,
all
wonder
the cinnamon in it, I just put it on my oatmeal.
All right, check it out, dudes. Here it is. I love grilled peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's,
I've never
that
done
is.
that. I've never done that.
It's really good. High heat.
Okay.
And it caramelizes.
Just flame it.
Yeah.
And it intensifies the sugars of that peach.
So I bet I know what I'm doing tonight.
Oh,
Because I've got some peaches.
grilled peaches, scoop of hot grilled peaches, scoop of ice cream, and put that on top.
Absolute. Dude. Look, I know I sound stupid,
Yeah.
but I am really,
Yeah, we agree with that.
but I am really excited to try that. I love peaches. I love grilled peaches, and the idea of putting Texas on it. Man, that sounds good.
I could see that one.
Oh,
I could see that
I'm
one.
so excited, dude.
I did put it on chicken.
It's not bad on chicken.
It's not bad on chicken. Grilled.
Yeah. I've
Don't
been
bake with it.
I've been playing with Texas and trying to modify it a little bit and make a jerk rub out of it.
Okay.
I could see that.
Less than a minute to go for to send off our friends at KYRO, but the rest of you stick with us here on the video portion, and we might get into some food porn or something. I don't know. There's no telling. Stuff we can't say because of the FCC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the FCC doesn't love us in the same way they don't love
No,
them.
they don't. But hey, thanks everybody for joining us here on Not Politically Correct.
Big time.
Andrew Dodd,
Yep.
Lee Thompson, myself,
So much fun.
Traveling East Productions.
Yeah.
It's a groovy time.
It's a great
Join
time.
us Saturday for Morning Java,
Definitely.
9 a.m. on KYRO and Traveling East Productions.
Give it to them, CT.
Stay awake, not woke.
Don't be woke. It means you're an idiot.
And they're gone.
And
Pooh.
for the rest of you, I'm going to do something I hardly ever do.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a compliment to Andrew and to CT.
What?
How many years have I been doing Not Politically Correct? God. Going on what, close to 10 years?
I don't know.
And I want to say you've been the best two co-hosts I've ever done this with.
I'm just a producer. I don't really.
Nah, you jump in. Nope, you're a co-host also. You jump in the middle of this all the time.
Let me get back over to the mic now that I got my juice box. All right. Now, I'm
Okay, you got the
That's
juice
what I
box.
u-
Where the
Hey,
hell's the vodka?
That's what I used to call my ex-girlfriend, my juice box.
Where's the vodka?
I don't know.
You know, you got to have vodka if you got
probably
juice.
in your truck,
Here,
in your
put
car.
some blood in there. I'm sure you've got some in your blood. It'll be fine.
Right.
No, Here's the thing.
Hey, that's why vampires don't bite me.
That makes sense.
They don't want to get drunk.
You know, CT's always over there talking about how he's not the co-host. Here we are. No, we're not on the radio, right?
No.
Fucking bullshit. You are on this thing like shut the hell up. We're not buying that. If you were the producer, then you wouldn't join in the conversation.
Yeah.
Well,
I did NBC for 2 years with another host.
Look at my name tag right, my lower third under my picture says producer.
All we can see is radio shit. We have no idea. Yeah, we
don't get to see that.
Oh yeah, that can go away. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we don't get to see that.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So,
you can make an edit on that.
It says right there, producer, Traveling East Productions Broadcast Network. Does not say co-host. See, hosts are over here. You guys get your own frame.
Then you can have assistant co-host under there.
Yeah, you just go ahead and put it in there because
you got the power to edit that.
Yeah, no other producer on the face of the planet joins in quite as much as you do.
Okay.
So you may as well just go ahead and put it in.
But you ask me to. You always ask me questions.
Well, yeah, but here's the problem.
Because I'm sitting over here
because you're sitting over there chomping at the bit, so we just asked you.
Well, here's the deal. If you were the damn producer, you wouldn't be on the fucking camera just sitting there.
I tried. Look, when we started this, I tried to not be on there, and y'all go, no, put your camera up.
No, we were sitting there watching you. Go, you wanting to say it? Come on, let's do it. So, but I want to tell you that
it's been fun.
This has been enjoyable doing this with you. The guy I had prior to Andrew for 2 years, it was like doing a news broadcast, and that was never the intent of this show when I started it. When I started this show, it was supposed to be three guys.
I was told he started the show.
A guy shutting down the bar, and two of his friends in there, and the bar is shut down, and we're sitting around the table having last drinks and everything, and just shooting the shit.
Well, it's funny because Morning Java, the original content of Morning Java was back in the day. Dodd, myself, and our buddy Herschel used to sit over at the sign shop drinking coffee, solving the world's problems. And the idea of the show originally was supposed to be the three of us, because we talked about doing it for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then after Herschel passed away, Dodd and I were like, well, the hell with it, let's just do it. Yeah. So we did it. And for the longest time, we kept Herschel's ashes right there with us for the longest time. You go back to those early episodes down in the old dungeon studio. And Herschel was with us. Yeah.
The dungeon.
Yeah. But, that was the whole concept I came up with when I started this show. It was supposed to be, it's closing time, it's late, but we're all too wound up to go home. Yeah. And we're sitting there solving the world's problems. Just three guys having conversations. And who would have ever thought there was going to be so much shit in the political world that it writes itself?
Well, it
Who
always
would have
has.
thought this was going to write itself for us?
It always has. The only problem is people haven't opened their eyes to it and saw it. And for 15 years, I've been watching this crap.
Yep. Well, and the other side is, let's be honest.
Because I wasn't politically active until, 10, 12, 15 years ago.
Here's the thing. The number one market in the world for broadcasting is media. It's news. No matter if you love it or hate it, if you want a profitable show, you're going to have to do it. Because it is part of everybody's life every day. Because we are continually being fucked by the American government in one form or another. It doesn't matter how it is. So the part where people are like, well, I'm not really into politics, fucking take a toaster bath then. Because
you need to be.
Yeah, those are your options. You either are involved or you're just riding it out. And
but here's the problem.
You're perpetuating the problem.
They sit there and they say they're not involved, but they sure have an opinion.
Well, the other side is to not be involved is to be involved.
What did Geddy Lee say? What did Rush say? If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a decision. Mm-hmm. You either participate or you don't. Either one's a decision. And this is an election. People need to participate, and they need to participate with their wallet.
In more than 14% turnout.
Unite or die.
Yep.
Let's go old school.
Old school. I'm with you.
And that's basically where we are.
I was just talking to a police officer today.
How fast were you going?
No. I was talking to him in messages. It's a friend of ours. And we were both talking about how, you know what? I'm not afraid to go vigilante. I'm not afraid to be an American. I bleed red, white, and blue, and I will until my last breath. And if my last breath is taking a bullet for what I believe in, then I will have died a glorious death. And I'm okay with that. Because I guarantee you it will be on the right side. Not the left. It will be on the right side. I will go down swinging.
Damn, he should have done Brad Pitt's speech in Inglourious Bastards.
You know, I've never watched that.
Oh, I'm going to be honest, dude.
You got to watch it.
If you need a good laugh.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the movie is 100% satire.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, there's nothing historically accurate about any aspect of the movie. You need to watch it because it's fantastic.
It's funny?
It's,
Oh, yeah.
Was it meant to be funny?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one spot. Come on, guys, let's go kill us some Nazis. I mean, it's almost like Mel Brooks wrote it.
I'm going to be honest. It could be a Mel Brooks movie.
Really? That bad? Or that?
Yeah, you got to watch it.
Okay.
You got to watch it. It's dark satire, but you just have a dark enough mind to get it.
I'll watch it. I ain't scared.
Oh, it's fantastic. That being said, I did watch another Brad Pitt movie the other weekend.
Why?
Because I wanted to see Fury.
That was actually a good movie.
It was pretty damn good.
Oh.
It was.
And it was kind of factual, even.
It walked a much
it
more
was
factual
It was
line.
about a battle, a particular battle and everything, and it was told from a guy who actually escaped from there.
Oh.
The only guy who survives the battle tells the story. And it is...
That actually was a good war movie.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of those that are still made.
Yeah, it's true.
This one was...
This is why our fathers and our grandfathers sat there and watched that watch those old movies, because they were...
It was pretty good stuff. So if you're out there and you're, I don't watch too much, but somebody was watching Fury and they had just turned it on and they were like, hey man, you want to... And I was like, you know what the hell, I'll sit here and watch this with you.
Yeah, you think you're going to watch a little while. And
I just have an issue with Brad Pitt.
That's one of those you just can't get up and pull yourself away from.
I'm going to be honest. He does historic roles very well.
I think the only thing I ever liked him in was, what was the Frontier one where the bear killed him or whatever?
Legends of the Fall.
That's the only movie I've ever liked of his.
Try Spy Game as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spy Game is with him and Robert Redford.
Okay.
And it's pretty badass.
And Robert Redford's a bleeding heart lefty, we all know.
Yeah.
But yet he plays the part and everything else. And the whole thing is he recruits Brad Pitt out of Vietnam or something and turns him into a CIA operative. And he had been following him before he got Vietnam because he was an Eagle Scout. He followed all of the stuff. He had his whole record and been following him, said this is the guy, and he recruited him to replace himself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty good one.
But that's a good movie.
But it also plays in, and what I like so much about that one is even though Robert Redford is this giant bleeding heart liberal, he plays this part fantastic. Because basically what's happening is Brad Pitt's character gets captured by the Chinese. And the White House is wanting to make a deal with the Chinese for some computer chips or something like that. So they're refusing to claim him as a spy. And they're like, well, we'll just deny he's ours. And we won't worry about it. And Redford's like, the fuck you will.
Yeah.
top.
And
Top-notch
the one
film.
thing you want to remember in the movie, you'll hear one phrase early in the movie: a dinner, an evening out,
Dinner out.
a dinner out. Yeah. And at the end of the movie, you'll hear that again, and it'll all fit, and it just ties so much that when that phrase is the second time, you go, "Wow, I didn't even see that coming."
Absolutely fantastic. You know, there's those movies that you can watch, and you don't really watch them like you're working on a project. For me, it's I'm like fixing a gun or something else, turning something on. Kind of like listening to music. It's in the same category. That's one of my favorite ones. Because there's parts where you'll stop and you're like, oh, this is a good point. I'm going to watch this. And you're like, all right, back to whatever I'm doing.
Well, guys, I really didn't have anything for food porn, but we kind of had movie ratings tonight, you know.
Well, and that's okay, too.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of neat.
Hey, are you going to see Beetlejuice?
No.
Why not?
No.
You weren't a Beetlejuice fan?
Not even a little bit.
Really?
No.
Not really.
No.
Oh, man, that was great.
Yeah, I mean, it comes on. I can just keep on walking or keep on surfing.
Oh, I loved it.
I did watch it.
I'm not going to go see it, but I'll wait for it to come to one of the streaming services.
Now, since we're on the topic of film and entertainment, fuck it, let's go down this for a minute. I got no immediate rush, so let's sit here a second.
Okay.
Did everybody see Disney's stupid Star Wars acolyte gay porno got canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even get renewed for one season.
Did you watch it?
No, I just heard the reviews of...
I don't understand what was gay and porno about it. I watched it. I didn't see anything gay or porno about it.
And this is why he's not the producer.
Well, I'm serious. I watched it. I don't see what was wrong with it.
Well, I think it was the overall wokeness of all of your characters.
Okay.
It was pretty dominant.
They had a lot of transgenders and stuff in
the
it.
2 episodes I watched.
There was
like,
it was like a lesbian relationship. Yeah. But
I was like, well, that died quickly.
It died a quick death, at least.
Well, at least they didn't stretch it out like they did.
My problem with it wasn't that. My problem with it was the script was crap.
The script was crap.
That was my only problem with it.
Well, that was like trying to watch The Mandalorian. That just didn't even all fit together. And then they canned the hot chick because she was conservative.
Well, it's Disney, man.
Man, she won that lawsuit. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And who backed that lawsuit? I forget. Oh, yes. Elon.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Elon.
Oh. Boy, he's rising to the top of political power.
Dude.
Holy shit.
Well, he's being considered for a position to audit spending and basically go through and say what should be cut and what,
Did you see where he audited an aircraft carrier build?
Yes.
Holy shit. He was like $13 billion, really? And then he goes through and he starts tearing it apart.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's no way.
Well, you're talking about a guy that knows what liquidating a company is like and learning that, guess what? You know how much there is in assets alone?
Huh?
Do you understand that Elon Musk is like one of the greatest geniuses out there?
Do you understand that we understand that?
And you put that up against Hawking, you put that up against Einstein, and you take this man and what his brain can do from an engineering point of view, just looking at a blueprint.
Well,
here's a flaw here, here's a flaw.
Here's the thing about Elon Musk, though. Elon Musk is an idea guy.
Yeah.
But he sends those ideas to his R&D and lets his R&D do it.
Yeah, he tells them this is how it should work.
He's just, number one, the dude's got balls of steel.
Yeah.
And I love that about him. Number two, he's being very conservative in the way he's handling things, even though he's the one who started the electric car company. But he didn't run it like that.
No.
And three, he is a businessman from hell. He and Trump are absolutely just a diabolical duo. I think they're perfect together. And if he could work with that administration, I'm for it 100%.
I think he's already
the
got this figured out.
I think he's already working with him.
The upside is, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to go there. You know how he talks about Elon on a regular basis? He'll kind of point out that his brain doesn't work like everybody else's.
Yes.
Okay, we know this. That's probably also the reason he can work with Trump, because he's not going to get offended.
No,
like at all, because it means nothing to him.
Speaking of the electric car stuff, did you see? I think it was Volvo
and Audi
have
same
decided
day.
they're cutting.
They're
slashing their electric car production.
That makes me so friggin' happy. Can't even
hilarious.
believe.
Ford scrapping theirs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then you saw where what did we? The layoff numbers. What was it, like 2,600 or something like that?
I don't remember.
From the GM.
But here's the funny thing: all those layoffs, but they're still hiring. How does that work?
Well, I'd love to tell you why, but I won't.
They laid off a lot of white collar this last time, which, you would know a company the size of GM probably has way too much hierarchy.
But here's this. One of the things they were hiring is in transportation, okay? People who are like, what do you call it? Where you're answering and you're telling people where to go. What's it called? Dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
Massive dispatch numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So if your production is cut, what are you transporting?
It's pretty valid.
Why do you need dispatchers?
So
because if you're cutting your production and your workforce, what is there to transport?
So
maybe they're getting ready to bring all the jobs back under Trump from Mexico.
No. So here's an interesting, kind of a dirty secret from the inside of the whole GM game. So, for years it was about you would cut workers to build efficiency, right? You'd take 3 jobs and turn them into 2, et cetera, et cetera. Well, they actually had to start hiring a lot more people because of their DEI mandate. Mm-hmm. Because they're finding it's taking 3 times as many people to do the jobs.
Because of the DEI.
Right. And their turnover is unbelievable. Like, I had no idea how big.
But also you save money if you get rid of higher salaried people or higher paid people and bring in newer people at a lower rate.
Yes,
that's basic economics of a business.
Well, the hard part with them though is they're UAW locked.
Yes.
So it's not like you can really get rid of them, bring in at a lower rate, unless you do it on a large scale, like you shut down an entire plant.
Any news out of Toyota since they voted in to go union?
No, nothing out of Troy yet.
I thought Troy voted no.
No,
they voted yes.
Oh, they won. They're going to shut the plant down. Toyota.
No, it's gone.
It will be. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting.
And they were getting ready. Did you do realize
they were getting ready to expand?
Yeah, you know what they were getting ready to put in? An engine assembly plant. Yeah. They were going to start building the engines here in Troy.
I thought they were.
No, they built all the components.
Oh, okay.
They weren't putting them together.
Yeah,
I got you.
They don't make cranks here.
Okay.
They would be shipping the cranks in, but all the aluminum parts were being forged.
So they were ready to. They were going
to go to an assembly plant.
Yeah, and that is now totally off.
That'll be all. That'll be gone.
So not only did you vote yourself
out of
a job, you voted other people out of a job
as
well.
You didn't just screw yourself; you screwed
hundreds of more that
screwed the whole community.
Well, theoretically, if you've been working at Toyota or Bodine, which then became Toyota, that was a huge upgrade for you. Now you're working for Toyota. Reasonably speaking, your high school age kid can get a pretty good job right out the door, making great money.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what?
You just screwed them.
And if they leave, city just lost revenue.
Oh, city just lost their whole tax base. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because they
And now all those St. Charles people that moved out here that were working there are going to have to go somewhere else to work now.
Excellent.
So now the housing market will go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder what our county commissioners, our fire district are going to do with lower taxes.
And then what are you going to do with that property?
You're going to get a no-name foundry. Tell me I'm wrong. Toyota will sell that. A no-name foundry will buy it. And you'll be right back to being that true.
Actually,
or not true.
I don't think they can sell it.
Why can't they?
I believe they're on leased ground.
They don't care.
They'll just shut everything down and they'll just pay the tax on it.
But yeah, I think they're on leased ground.
That's
so they have to write out the lease, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's it leased from?
I can't tell you on air.
That should be public knowledge. Why can't you tell me on air?
I'm not going to tell you on air.
Don't tell me it's Thompson family.
Someday he's going to get a lead. Someday, old CT is going to get an interview with Kamala Harris.
Now you know.
So anyway, now that these two nutbags are done,
Well, hey guys,
that's all I got.
I think this was really a good bonus.
That was a fun bonus.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun just talking about different movies, all that CT doesn't like. Send us out, CT.
Well, hell, I'm CT. He's Dodd. He's Lee. It's not politically correct. We'll see you next Wednesday night right here. Traveling East Productions. Stay awake. Not woke. Adios.